Students, today we will discuss conservation of linear momentum. It can be stated as when no external force acts on the system of particles, then total linear momentum of the system remains conserved. If a system of n particles having masses m1, m2, m3 up to mn, m1, m2, m3 up to mn are moving with velocities v1, v2, v3 up to vn, then the total linear momentum of the system may be written as P equal to, linear momentum is a vector quantity and therefore P equal to m1 v1, m2 v2, m3 v3 up to mn vn. Let P1, P2, P3 and P4 up to Pn be the individual momentas of the particles, then P equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3 up to Pn. If there is no external force, as stated earlier, when no external force acts on a system of several particles, the total linear momentum of the system is conserved. Therefore, here we apply a condition: when there is no external force acting on the system, then according to Newton's second law, dP by F equal to dP by dt. If there is no external force, that is F equal to 0. F equal to 0 means dP by dt equal to 0. Here we observe that dP by dt, time rate of change of linear momentum, is 0. It means momentum is constant. मतलब अगर हम इसको रिवर्स फॉर्म में समझें तो किसी कांस्टेंट टर्म का जो डिफरेंशिएशन होता है, डेरिवेटिव होता है, वो जीरो होता है, और यहाँ किसी टर्म का डेरिवेटिव जीरो है, इसका मतलब वो टर्म कांस्टेंट है. तो किस टर्म का डेरिवेटिव जीरो है? पी का डेरिवेटिव जीरो है. पी क्या है? लीनियर मोमेंटम है. इसका मतलब हुआ कि जो लीनियर मोमेंटम है वो यहाँ कांस्टेंट है. दैट इज पी इक्वल टू कांस्टेंट. अब अगर P कांस्टेंट हुआ, इट शोज दैट P1 प्लस P2 प्लस P3 अप टू Pn इक्वल टू कांस्टेंट. Thus, in the absence of any external force, the total linear momentum of the system is constant. This is the law of conservation of linear momentum, and here we derived it from Newton's second law, or with the help of Newton's second law. Here we are going to discuss law of conservation of linear momentum with the help of Newton's third law. Let two bodies A and B of masses m1 and m2 initially moving with velocities u1 and u2 with a condition u1 greater than u2 and makes a collision for short time interval delta t. Then they exert a force FAB on body A due to B and FBA on body B due to A. After collision, they start moving with velocities v1 and v2 with v2 greater than v1 separately as shown here. This diagram shows bodies before collision, this shows during collision, and third diagram represents bodies after collision. according to Newton's third law, FAB, force on A due to B, will be equal to minus FBA. FAB equal to minus FBA. Now impulse of FAB, impulse of FAB, या आप इसको IAB भी रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हो, उसी को मैंने लिख दिया इम्पल्स ऑफ FAB. इम्पल्स होता है फोर्स इनटू टाइम इंटरवल, इट विल बी इक्वल टू FAB इनटू डेल्टा T. FAB equal to FAB into delta T, and it will be equal to change in linear momentum, that is delta P. Now delta P will be equal to final momentum minus initial momentum. For first body it is m1 b1 minus m1 u1. ये हो गया चेंज इन मोमेंटम डेल्टा पी. इन द सेम वे इम्पल्स ऑफ एफ बी ए इक्वल टू एफ बी ए इंटू डेल्टा टी इक्वल टू चेंज इन मोमेंटम, दैट इज डेल्टा पी इक्वल टू m2 v2 फाइनल मोमेंटम माइनस इनिशियल मोमेंटम, m2 v2 माइनस m2 u2. बट फ्रॉम हियर FAB इक्वल टू माइनस FBA, ये FAB इक्वल है माइनस FBA के, मतलब मैग्नीट्यूड में FAB और FBA इक्वल है लेकिन डायरेक्शन उनकी अपोजिट है. अगर ऐसा है तो FAB इंटू डेल्टा टी मस्ट बी इक्वल टू माइनस FBA इंटू डेल्टा टी. इफ वी राइट इट, वी हैव FAB डेल्टा टी इक्वल टू माइनस FBA डेल्टा टी. On putting the value FAB delta T, that is change in momentum for FAB, that is change in momentum of A, body A, it is equal to m1 b1 minus m1 u1 equal to minus times change in momentum of body 2 m2 b2 minus m2 u. If we write it again, m1 b1 minus m1 u1 इक्वल टू माइनस मल्टीप्लाई करो तो m2 b2 माइनस यहां आ जाएगा तो प्लस m2 u2. अब अगर इसको आप सॉल्व करो तो इसको इधर ले आओ और इसको इधर भेज दो तो ये हो जाएगा m1 b1 प्लस m2 b2 इक्वल टू ये इधर आएगा तो प्लस हो जाएगा m1 u1 प्लस m2 u2. This equation shows that initial momentum of final momentum of first body, and this shows that final momentum of second body. Means LHS of this equation represents final momentum of two bodies A and B. In the same way, RHS of this equation represents initial momentum of the two bodies m1 u1 plus m2 u2, and therefore we may say that total linear momentum of the bodies before and after collisions are equal. That is linear momentum is conserved. Final momentum equal to initial momentum, which proves that law of conservation of linear momentum, that is, linear momentum remains conserved before and after collision. This is the derivation of law of conservation of linear momentum with the help of Newton's third law.